our discussion has centered around the possibility of Laurie Hadley becoming our, being engaged to act in the capacity of our acting city manager. So the chair is prepared for a motion.
Mayor? Motion to appoint Laurie Hadley as acting city manager effective January 17, 2010, and directing legal, 2011, thank you, and directing legal counsel to prepare appropriate employment documents to reflect this position. Second.
Okay. The motion is made and seconded. Let's vote.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, anything else before the council? Not, we'll stand adjourned.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for your support.
I appreciate it. Okay. I appreciate their support. Look forward to the challenges. Have a great staff with all the department heads and the mayor and council. I've received a lot of supportive comments from our staff, and we've got a tough road ahead of us with budget and elections and other things coming our way, but I'm up for the challenge.
Obviously, you're pleased with this decision, but still, it's kind of bittersweet because you will be missing Steve Norwood here.
That's true. After 7.5 years of not only being his right hand, he and his family are also friends. So it's kind of, it's sad to see them leave Arizona. But it's an interim position. We'll take it one day at a time. It could be, I don't know how long it will last, but I'm here for the city. I've lived here a long time, and this is my home, and I want to do good by the citizens.
What about some of the issues that are still kind of hanging out there? That now, will you and Steve kind of work on those together, or
there's several projects that are like you said, kind of still hanging out there, and we'll work through it the next few weeks so he can bring me up to speed. As most of you know, I mainly deal with the operational aspect of the city and not so much with some of the larger projects like Big Chino and Cooperstown and other things. So we'll spend the next few weeks getting me up to speed on that and just making the transition.
what are some of the challenges you're going to be facing this next year?
I think that the biggest challenge that the city and the citizens are going to face is the budget and the reduced revenue that we're going to receive from the state. A lot of folks don't know that the state shared revenue we receive is on a 2-year lag, meaning that we are getting revenues based off of income from 2 years ago, which was not so good for the city and for the state. So just balancing the budget and maintaining our level of services and making sure that all of our funds are balanced. People often wonder why we spend money on one project, when something else is in need, and we're very restricted on what we can spend money on. So we'll see how that comes in. So I think that the budget's a big one. We're going to have an election next year, and just finishing up a lot of the projects that we have in the works now.
Are you expecting to kind of just tread water, or are you going to be running the city proactively as it needs to be run?
I'd like to think I'll be proactive. Of course, much of what I do is at the direction of the mayor and council, so we need to set their goals and priorities and go from there.
Okay. And are you excited?
I'm excited. It's a great opportunity. I've lived here a long time. It's my home, and I want to do well by the citizens and keep Prescott a great place to live.